Test 4. Track 58. Extract 1. Finally, a few words on gluten-free diets and products. Gluten is a protein found in grains, such as wheat and barley, and therefore found in prepared foods such as bread, pasta, cakes, and biscuits. Gluten causes severe problems for some people, in particular those suffering from celiac disease, a condition where the gluten damages the small intestine, but also the growing number of people with an intolerance to gluten, who may experience bloating and other stomach issues, or even skin rashes and other problems arising from the gluten. For such people, there are several other cereals that can be used for baking and a variety of products easily available at supermarkets and other outlets. For those who can tolerate gluten, there is no reason to avoid it, and those who do so mainly for health or weight loss purposes are likely to be fooling themselves, as the gluten substitutes often contain as much fat and sugar, if not more, than products containing gluten. Now, any questions before we move on and discover what? Extract 2.
Have you tried that new restaurant on the river yet?
I have, actually. Susie and I went there on Friday.
And what was it like?
Not all it's cracked up to be, really. We both felt that it was overpriced for what it was. Don't get me wrong, the food was good and we enjoyed it. But over £25 for a main course. I expect some wow factor for that.
So no wow factor at all?
Well, I was a bit underwhelmed, you know. But actually, Susie had a fantastic-looking dessert with chocolate presented in about 4 different ways. So, given the chocoholic she is, she was over the moon about it.
What did you think of it?
Me? Do you think for a moment that she let me even taste it? I couldn't possibly comment.
Extract 3.
You know, Mrs. Andrews, I've been thinking about the fact that you can't really cope with your garden anymore. Also, neither of us has a huge amount of money, and I really need to be getting out and doing some exercise as I'm so sedentary during the day. Wouldn't it be a good idea if I came round and grew some vegetables in your garden? I could cultivate a mixture of fruit and vegetables, and then we'd share them equally, straight down the middle. Don't you think that would be a good idea? It would mean that you don't have to waste money at the shops on stale produce, and it would save me money too. We could share the costs of seeds and things, but that would be negligible. I know you might not like someone coming into your garden at all times, but we could try and fix some kind of timetable, though obviously the weather could scupper that. I think it would be worth a go, if only to save a few bob. Are you up for it?
Extract 4. Have you seen this article, Josh? It's really interesting.
No, what is it?
Addison's supermarkets are starting to sell imperfect vegetables and fruit. You know, potatoes that aren't round and apples with blemishes, that sort of thing. They're usually just chucked away because their customers don't want to buy less than perfect goods.
Don't blame them. Neither would I.
But so much waste! It's criminal! They're selling the fruit and veg at a lower price, and apparently it's been really successful so far. They say that the lower price reflects the fact that more work may be involved in preparing them, and that some may be lost if people have to cut bits out. But with people trying to reduce their food bills, it's going down well. I think I'll look for it when I go to the supermarket next.
Granted, it's good for people who are struggling with food bills, but otherwise, why would you deliberately eat less than perfect food? Don't expect me to eat any substandard veg.
You won't even notice. Anyway, just wait until you and your brother move into the flat you're after. You won't be so fastidious then. Extract 5.
OK, now I'm going to show you one of my favourite starters. But it really is so simple that anyone can do it. It's beetroot and goat cheese salad. You can cook the beetroot and prepare the dressing in advance, and then just assemble the salad a few minutes before you're ready to serve it. Boil or microwave the beetroot until it's cooked. You can get the exact times and details from the programme site online. And then slice it fairly thickly, allowing about half a medium beetroot per person. Arrange the slices on a few salad leaves on individual plates, with a thick round of goat's cheese on top, from the cylinders that you can get. Keep the cheese out of the fridge for a few hours beforehand, so that it's nice and soft. Look at that! Beautiful! Plonk a handful of rocket leaves on top and drizzle the dressing over it all. Ingredients for that are online too. And, hey presto! A simple but really impressive starter.